God damn it. I forgot. Mike. Right here. That's what I forgot. I keep forgetting to turn off my Bluetooth on my phone since I got earbuds. I really shouldn't do that. Makes my phone heat up. But hello, Gallows. Hello, Hug! And Wolfie! It's Wolfie. It's Wolfie. Also, welcome, Nijaki. Probably not gonna check chat much. Screen too bright for head. Ow, but I'm here. Oh no, Wolfie! No! I'm sorry, Wolfie. I'm so sorry that is your life right now. Sorry, just checking to make sure everything is working smoothly. Seems like it is. Okay, yeah, we're good. Hug and I apparently shared a migraine. No, not my two. No, not my Hug bro and my Wolfie. No, I am so sorry. Okay. Before I forget, I was wondering why my volume was so low. There we go. Alright, let's bring some shadows. Hoping I've taken the rest of it so only one suffers. No, send it to me. I can bear a little headache. I've dealt with customers all day.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Sophia's like, put me in coach.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation wants
Neither of you are allowed to
coins,
suffer.
but
It's too
was all
late,
a jump
Wolfie.
of
I've
mess
already been to
following the
work
flood.
today.
After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice.
Welcome, Yoshi, my guy. Hope you're having a good night.
From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
What the fuck is this? Why do those look like phones? Yes, Wolfie.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world.
I was gonna make a Tyrion Lannister
Avan
quote, but it's not
Kerem
PG
Sin?
friendly. Nothing about this stream is PG friendly. Archivist made an offer for creation purposes, and I wanted to ask how willing you'd be to do the same. Depends? I would need to know more about this.
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Offered to either re-record or do custom tabby
My
lines for
dear
animations.
Feo Ul, paragon of pixie
Yeah,
kind.
I'd be down for that.
For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided
Well, at least they got
to
the
grant you
pixie
my
part right.
assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Can I speak as Leanna? I can certainly try. I'm gonna need some practice on that.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass.
Remember the You Are Glass song? I might need a refresher, but if that's what we're going for, then yeah, I'll just need to practice.
From this moment forth, I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snae Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand.
That's what I'm thinking about for animation. Yeah, no, I'm definitely down for it. I just need to fucking... I'm still working on my fem voice stuff. It's not progressing particularly smoothly.
'Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
I have to send a message to Tataru, my beloved.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery movers, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. I was gonna talk to Arx about something for possibly next session D&D, but I feel like it would take too much time to set up. Mainly because, like, it's more of a passing thought than anything, and I don't think I'm gonna stick with it. But if I did stick with it, it would require me to do some more, like, off-session sort of RP as Sophia, and sort of progress that little side quest line. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest, and recuperate, and we shall convene in the Ocula anon. I believe that covers all practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Sophia. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. So this is what happens when too much light. A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready, if you'd care to retire. Sure. Sure, I guess. Looks wistfully out window. I missed my frame. Huh? Huh?
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the source.
I be he. The warrior of darkness.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia, how she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
Yep, as she did.
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant, Minfilia, and my friends. They surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away, leaving me to bear witness.
Oh, man.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Fucking, I don't know, man.
100 years.
Oh, right, yeah, they did say 100 years.
100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Well, that's just
I
not
feel as
fair
if
at
I've
all.
been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Alright, so basically this dude really wanted to get inside my head, but he couldn't find my head. Instead, he found my friends' heads and got inside theirs.
You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Maybe we can get his friends back? I would say Minfilia too, but I genuinely have no clue if the writers even want to bring her back. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I hope they do, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something with this world. Maybe we can save Ardbert's friends and give him back some semblance of life or camaraderie. Because that fate's just too tragic, man. Fighting side by side with your friends to save your world only to find that you're the reason it's dying. And then having your friends and somebody else, who is basically your goddess equivalent, sacrifice themselves so that you can endure in the doomed world that you basically created. Like, that's just a raw deal all around. Master Sophia, the Exarch awaits you within. Alright, take me to him.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
I had a ghostly visitor.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Huh?
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
What a strangely fitting place for Alphino. His friends sacrificed themselves the same way he did. They hella dead too. That's how they were all able to get to the source. Well, now, how's your room? It's haunted as fuck. Oh. Anyway. I mean, yeah, his friends sacrificed themselves and all that stuff. But if the previous expansion taught me anything, no body, no death.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on her foe.
Oh yeah, did you say something about watching the trailer tonight? Or did I misremember? Or if you just aren't feeling it, that's of course fine. Right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I was gonna do that the next time I streamed. I completely slipped my mind because being at work for 8 hours really drained me of my ability to think. I will try to do that tomorrow. Let me refresh my own memory here. So today it was 12 to 8, tomorrow's 9. Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. Yeah. Because if I do it tomorrow, then I will... what is it? Tomorrow I work from 1 to 9, which is going to be another 8 hours, yes. But then I only work 6 to 9 on Wednesday. So, if I do that, it won't be too bad. Because that means I can stay up a bit later, and then, like, react to the trailers. I'll react to a bunch of trailers. I'll react to a bunch of trailers for FF14, and then I'll get back to Shadowbringers tomorrow night as well. Also, Alice becoming effectively a mercenary is way fucking in character.
So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it... Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters.
My boy
Being
Thancred.
ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
That's my fucking boy right there. Why is my phone not updating Twitch chat? I'm gonna kill it. Also, welcome back, Wolfie. Midnight pancakes? Gimme. Gimme some. If you want to, sounds good. I don't want to be a pest about it. The Shadowbringers one in particular just gives you a lot of delicious stuff to chew on as you get through the expansion. Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. But, hear me out. If I react to a bunch of trailers at the same time, and what I can do is I can segment them out, and then bam, YouTube content. Free publicity right there. I'll even make them all individual videos, and then I'll compile them all into a all trailers reaction. That'll be like, what, 5 videos total? Depending on how many trailers there are. I don't actually know. One of the things that I never do for any game I'm interested in is watch trailers. Dang it, I have to do both. chocolate chip pancakes with ice cream. Wolfie, no, I'm hungry now. Depending on if you want to watch the Endwalker or Dawn Trail ones, or save those for when you get there, there would be either 4 or 6 separate trailers. I feel like I would definitely wait until I get to Endwalker or Dawn Trail to watch those respective trailers. Just because, like, I know it's probably not the case with these trailers specifically, but I hate it. I hate it when I watch a trailer for a game and it gives away too much. Because then it's like, what the fuck do I even have to be excited for it? Leftover protein pancakes, so Wolfie not being wasteful. I've never actually had protein pancakes. I probably should. That's what I was thinking would be best, but I didn't want to tell you what to do. I mean, you're free to make recommendations. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, don't police how I consume my content. Like, come on. It would just be unreasonable for me to react that way. Plus, you know, you've been here enough, Nijaki. You've been present enough for these streams and whatnot. I trust your judgment.
Your face is unknown to me. What business have you at my rookery?
This thing.
Signed by the Exarch, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an Amaro for passage to Calusia. I will pick you out a friendly will.
And Amaro, say.
That's right. Mounts like my gray friend over there are a common sight in these parts. But I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you are plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it best I accompany you on this flight myself. Any Zun worthy of the name could do it, of course, but the Exarch sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility.
I just added protein drink powder to pancake mix and used milk instead of water. I mean, that's fair.
Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of the junior tamers will attend to you while I ready the mounts.
I mean, if you say so, buddy.
If you come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard.
Oh! A friend of the Exarch! Hoping to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need.
You want to fly an Amaro to Calusia? Well, I suppose if Master Genmai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with the mounts shortly.
You can now travel to Calusia. Speak with the aspiring Amaro tamer to fly to the island. You can also use your ether compass to assist with locating ether currents in new regions. The ether compass can be found under collection in the duty section of the main menu. Log that under things I'm still not gonna do.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Why does this remind me of Limjalaminja?
We are arrived. This is Cracked Shell Beach on the eastern coast of Kalusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, Sin Eater attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It is the people you should be wary of.
I mean, shit, man, if you say so.
Spy you that city in the distance. That is Yulmore, the island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale, and was once an ally in our battle against the Abominations. For years, the Yulmoran elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting it mildly. The Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Yulmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city.
Say less, brother, I got you.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Eivor. Eivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Kalusia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme, and that will let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Amaro until you are ready to return.
Finally, I can mount again!
What you after? Fish? Crab? Think I've got an eel in a barrel somewhere if you've a taste for them. Oh, I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan and it's like a bloody festival of flavor. Now what is it I can do for you? Can't say as there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks.
Finally able to do horse 360s across the light-blasted land of suffering and sorrow. Exactly. It's what my hands are meant to do.
Alfino, eh? Aye, I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Yulmore's richer than all of Nordrand put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Most spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand out all the more. Aye, I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village just up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alfino joins you.
Armageddon, eat the rape.
No more preferred world bonus. Excuse me while I just stand here looking pretty.
This your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What'll you be having?
Just water, please.
A fine choice. And what you be paying with? Well now, those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? I'm sorry, dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll just have to come to some other arrangement. Ah, here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our own vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more of them than we have. What do you say to a bit of extermination work? I want you to squash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker, and give him an earful for me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like as not. Do that for me, and you can laze about here as long as you like.
Can't believe I have to actually do something to progress the quest. What do you mean I have to fucking kill things? What do I look like, some kind of warrior of light? An exciting new world where you have to collect exciting new bear assholes. Do? Bap. Just kicks the door down. You hear a faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one's home, and judging by the lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The odd scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Huh. Well, got some good news and bad news for you, Teva? I don't know. Hello.
Welcome back, dear. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Gone. Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Yulemore? You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You've more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. I wonder why that bottle is blue. Very blue.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
Oh, just like
It's
that?
my boy!
Oh, Alfino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
I thought we'd lost you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tazaru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may.
I know it wasn't in the animation budget, but they're crazy if they think I don't... But they're crazy if they think I didn't bear hug that boy within an inch of his life. Yo, so true, though. I'll probably do the same with Alice.
For a change.
As much as I like, we've spent the equivalent of 2 expansions with Alfino, but Alice is easily my favorite.
We must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion.
No, Alice would not be spared either. Fair enough, fair enough. Both of them get bear hugged.
I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Leave it, boy.
And so we take to the road once more.
Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet to set foot in Yulemoor, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west and then cross a small bridge. Elusia seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble! We just can't go 5 feet, can we? Sorry, we just can't go 5 ilms. Ah shit, dude, it's a Sin Eater. You are being aided. My poor heart. Thank you, young sir. Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings. But I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madam? Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulemoor with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now, I'm sure a strapping lad like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories. 'Tis as the lady says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulemoor's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Not a lot. A brief history, then. 'Twas not long after the flood swallowed the better part of the world that the Sin Eaters first appeared, some beastly, some beauteous. Yet regardless of their form, all seem incapable of speech, and all are driven by the same insatiable appetite for mortal ether. They are predators, and we are their prey. Calusia suffers from far fewer attacks than most regions, but even so, the list of the Sin Eaters' victims grows longer by the day. A tragedy without end. Still, we have won a small victory this time, at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. Okay. Giant iguana.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore
Always
itself
mildly
lies
annoys me
beyond.
that those are clearly chameleons, not iguanas. Yeah, no, you're right. Why is that?
This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Oh no, there's 2 of them.
Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu.
I get the distinct feeling there's a lot of porn of these 2 specifically. If there isn't, I will be genuinely surprised.
Name yourself or another, we may not at all.
Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged.
And so they are picked over like market produce.
It's definitely out there, but they were not the most popular NSFW targets in this era. Genuinely surprising.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor.
Do they have to rhyme, though?
Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident. For you.
Oh, look!
Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems... well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Don't you fucking... She did it! I knew she was gonna! Don't you fucking smile at me! I am a holy man, thank you! Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I have seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways they could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now, I worry that... well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Get smiled at her. There ain't nothing holy about you, brother. Listen. As you can clearly see, if I were not a holy man, could I do this? She's gonna ask you to do something distinctly unholy, like hold hands. Your oath will be broken before marriage? In this game? In my good Christian Final Fantasy game? Oh, what's next? Are we going to hold both our... are we going to, like, hold both of our hands together? Fingers interlaced? Oh, the sheer debauchery of it! You have my attention. something closey fever. Alright, you can hang me for that one. I accept that hanging readily. You've already engaged in premarital eye contact, so you're on thin ice. Premarital. Listen, that was non-consensual eye contact. I did not... Listen, she turned around and looked at me. I was just bewildered by the world around me. Still here, are you? Can't blame me for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie.
If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, aye, but at least it's safe, and the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Oh, bless your little heart. Don't you even, Wolfie. I'll get the rope. Thank you, Hug. Truly, you understand the assignment like no other. Listen, they're wearing open tops, okay? Her boobs were staring at me first. I was trying to look at her very obviously chaste heart and discern whether or not she wanted traditional lives together. A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks, meal, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth. A preoccupied petticoat. They got them booba windows. Exactly. The booba windows. The windows into the soul. It's not my fault their boobs are in the way. I just wanted to check and see if she wears makeup in a god-honoring way.
Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city?
Yeah, Ishgard.
Every day I dream of the life that awaits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me?
Is this what they call a pick-me girl? Extra down. Listen, I am a good. I am a good woman-fearing man. I am very terrified of women. Just look at how easy it is for them to get me to do what they want. Hold the fuck up, Hug. I didn't say nothing about that. Hold on. I do not accept this comparison. Very validating that you don't hear me. Thank you. You're welcome.
You've seen what Gatetown has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They've become dependent on handouts of meal and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable, to conceive of any other way of life.
Woman fearing. Okay. Listen. It was an NB Wolfie joke. You know, fair enough. Listen, I don't get many jokes. Just like I don't get many women. Now we just need him to sing Hellfire. I mean, I'll do it one of these days if I ever decide to hold a karaoke stream. Now that I figured out how to separate, like, audio from my VOD, I could definitely do that. But I would definitely have to unarchive it because, dear God, nobody needs to hear me singing until I get better. You disapprove of these people's way of life?
Disapprove? It frustrates me, certainly. That is only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. Not that it matters. However unjust this system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the island are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I am not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interest of Calusia's people. I'm not so naive as to think there is some miraculous solution to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate that you arrived when you did, Sophia. I've been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There is also a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas, surrounding the island. The Ondo, they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that the Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor, would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Yulmoran lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. He's done it! He figured out the value of a gill! I will get you to sing, damn it. I don't force you to, but I believe in you for the Leanna singing. Oh, man, I'm gonna have to really try to get that down. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first, then, we must pay a visit to Morsha Mo, my supplier in Wright. Come, it is just to the northwest of here. Oh no! Would the lad like to do karaoke with me to help improve singing skills? I mean, if I can ever find the time for it. Now that I'm in extended hours territory, it's going to be a lot trickier to plan things like that. So we will have to see what happens. Big boy. Big boy. The key to feeling confident in your singing is to do the karaoke stream from your car, because car singing is when you're most devoted to performing, in my experience. Dun, 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 dun. Just please no making the Wolfie do metal. I mean, it's okay. I can't do metal singing either. I do not know how to scream properly. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Mosha Moa. This is my associate, Sophia. We are here to collect the produce I purchased. Eh? I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad? Short blue hair? No? He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on a conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, I shall take the west. go for notes you ordinarily couldn't waterboard out of. I will go for notes you ordinarily couldn't waterboard out of me while I'm driving home from work. I mean, for me, it's going to be different because I try to be the most attentive while driving. Just because I know there are idiots in my town who don't know what a turn signal is or how to function at an intersection. Now, fortunately, where I live right now, I do have the luxury of being able to sing relatively loudly with very little sound coming out of my area, so should be fine to do that. For the record, I do also like pay attention to the road while I drive. Oh yeah, no, I assumed as much. I'm not gonna sit here and say that you're inattentive if you're doing that while you're driving. It's just for me, I can't do it. You're gonna get got. Sophia, any sign of him? You've a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes good his escape. The warrior of light shall instill the fear of God in him. Particularly my goddess Menfina. There is quite literally no other reason for me to have that in my character's lore here, aside from the fact that it's what I picked. What do your elven eyes see? Everything. Even though I'm not elven. Hey, buddy!
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea. Get in that way.
Your starting god used to give you bonuses to elemental stats back when those existed. At this point, yeah, it's just an RP thing. I was wondering if there was a function to that. I only chose Menfina because that was the lover goddess, and I'm like, I am a desperate single man, I need some love.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear, must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Christerium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
This is gonna be a long day, isn't it, Alfino?
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave.
So if you didn't get my reference, I'm sorry, Hug, I haven't seen that movie.
To arouse the Yulmoran's interest.
Menfina also gets a cool dog, so she's a good pick. She gets a dog? A dog? I'm sorry, I've never seen it, Hug. I've never seen or heard it. I'm sorry, I'm a fraud.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I zoned out and even I knew. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm uncultured. I can't help it.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shia, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best.
Yeah, since Menfina is
We
the
strive to
moon
bring
goddess and
swift
there used to be 2
salvation to
moons,
this
people
world,
called Dalamud her loyal
that countless
hound.
lives might be saved,
I see.
not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
That's not who you are.
I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alfino, ever the slave to sentiment.
Damn, nice impression, Alfino. What are you, Asuna from Sword Art Online Progressive?
But I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Rite then? Is that? I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
Alfino, how the fuck did you see that person way over here? With his elfin eyes, like Legolas. I don't know who Legolas is. I'm dragging you into watching Lord of the Rings. It kind of amazes me that I've gone this long without watching it. Oh, give me like 5 seconds, Alfino. Lord of the Ring movies are some of those movies where I've lost count of how many times I've seen them. A lot. Getting him to watch something of my choosing first, I claim dibs. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy. Mercy, I beg you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. The poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I get a fire going. thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out into the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Volthry's city. Within days they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the god's damned ocean. From up there? How are you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous. And the citizens condone such barbaric punishment? Oh, without a second thought. When Lord Volthry passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Yulmore, his word is law. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. A way into the city. Pray, accept my deepest gratitude. I owe both my life. And, if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter Yulmore, insofar as I am able at any rate. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors into that awful place makes me sick to the stomach, but since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. Now I must shower, I shall return. Have a good shower, Hug! It's my favourite paintbrush. The Yulmoran elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain? This is your livelihood. We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. I give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until my dying day. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with the brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you... Well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant. Then it is settled. All we need do now is return to Gatetown and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Yes, those incredibly attractive, sexy, abhorrent and licentious jesters. Definitely not attractive at all. I didn't make eye contact with anyone. What are you implying? Listen, it's okay. I said a prayer before it happened. Therefore, Menfina shall forgive me. Maybe. I don't know. Does she hold any sway here? Probably not. Stop extra doubting me, Wolfie. I am innocent. I should not be allowed to make a point on anything ever. Why do you say that, Yoshi? Oh no, it's them and I'm not wearing my Sunday best! Because I debunked someone's BS. Nice. And I'm angry that I was right. Less nice. She's the goddess of love. She should be happy about it. No, don't give me an out, Nijaki. Don't give me a... I'm supposed to be a good holy boy. My only love should be my goddess Menfina. I can paint. Portraits, at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. There you go, peasants. Feast on your bread.
Redemption is beyond us.
Crazy opening line.
The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
I definitely find this place abhorrent. Not at all enticing.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share.
You ready to go to the club?
Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. Yeah, sure. Excuse me, don't mind me. The buttress. Of course it's called the buttress. Why not? Welcome to Yulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alfino, an artist, and this is Sophia, my assistant. Ah, yes, I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Valkyrie, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen, in your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chainuz and Dulia Chai, a misstale couple whom most refer to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much theirs. Now, a moment please while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order. There are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Yulmoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise. I sure do hate bureaucracy. I'm not a big fan of the government.
Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please.
Papers, please. That was a great game. Supposedly, I never played it.
What have we here? Alfino, artist. Sophia, artist's assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chainuz and Lady Dulia Chai.
Pole dancers, but at what cost? You know what? Worth. You fantasy social security office. I know, not entirely accurate office, but ugh. It's the worst part of any fantasy setting, the bureaucracy.
You smell hideous.
Huh?
Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat in the musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free.
Welcome back, Hug. You're just in time for me to take a shower.
Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Cornin, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions.
I hadn't realized we were so aromatic. Dealing with all that is hell in real life. Why must we deal with it in fantasy games? Because Marealism. Oh boy, fan service, here we go. Good thing good thing I bought the skip for Vita. I can watch this scene twice. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I just showered fully clothed. It saves on laundry costs. You apply the perfume as directed, and the delicate scent of roses fill you. Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not... that is to say... it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not? Hurry up and shower, Stinky. Fine, just a quick rinse then. I showered with my socks on. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons then? Sophia is a never nude. Unfortunately, yeah, I just don't have the toggles for it right now. But don't worry, once I start making money, the Fansly streams will be a go. once I can afford some new models. Oh God, I'm a menace. I need to be stopped. You're looking to present yourselves to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for the Grand Dame's parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Join me on the blue Twitch. I do want to try Fansly streaming at some point. The thing is, I just really don't want to have to, like, switch to Google Chrome for that. Because apparently you can't stream to Fansly if you're on something that isn't Google Chrome. Which is weird. Like, such a weird restriction. Especially since a lot of other browsers, including Opera GX, are Chromium-based anyway. I'm actually thinking of switching to joystick. I have thought about joystick as well. I think I might stick to Fansly, though. I don't know. I don't really have experience with either of these sites. According to the message engraved in the base, special permission is required to use this aetherite. Fucking, who's gonna stop me? I'm a warrior of light. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Of course, he fucking said it like that.
You must be the new,
Cadence and all. Artist.
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy. That silken hair, those pearly cheeks. Oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most.
I mean, I technically have a viewer account there. I mean, I do too. I have an account already set up for Fansly. Or at least I think I do. I need to go look through it and make sure it's the right stuff.
Yes. Well, as long as he pays better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, we mean joystick. I do have an account there as well.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
I get the distinct feeling this man has fear in his heart. Now you've the opportunity to experience Yulmore, I suggest you make the most of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colourful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. I'm gonna antagonize everyone. Splendors vendor. Behave? No. No, why would I? Materia melder? Whatever. Just meld the materia melder. When does Sophia behave? Never. Ye be merchant. Sell me some stuff, seller. Well, nothing to buy.
Oh, hello there. A fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, 'tis lovely to make your acquaintance. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to have run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big, strong lad, long hair, tied back.
Yo, welcome, Kriya Thick Boy! Hope you're having a good night.
He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. I'm not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once.
Doing good, giving my view while I work. Nice. Thank you, Korea. You good there, sir? Wicked White, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, you see. The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Yulmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Calusia where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you'll be witness to her generosity firsthand. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately.
My attendant told me everything. I am so very grateful you were there to offer your assistance.
You value him highly, then.
As if he were a member of my own family. I could not live the wonderful life I lead without him. We free citizens owe the bonded our unending gratitude. Mayhap in another society, our different standing would breed prejudice or resentment, but in Yulmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes. Upon registration, all of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has an almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you'll excuse us, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you, of course, our courageous messenger turned rescuer. All this talk of relying on the bonded, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work unduly. A tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humour. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tistaby usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on a good side.
Can't believe I came to the city of luxury and eternal pleasure and I'm being assaulted with puns.
Welcome to the Beehive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement to liven up your day.
It's gonna be my whole day, isn't it?
I can tell at a glance when folk are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see. Always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to set you at your ease, eh? A quick game of high or low. It's simply a matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favour. Within reason, of course. Interested?
Oh yeah, we gambling. Let's play.
Good for you. No time like the present, I say. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours and I flip 2 of mine.
I like these odds. That is a 9 and a 1. I call... Low. Shit! Oh wait, I won. Right, I forgot I was calling on mine.
Congratulations, you were right. Usually I'd concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to a rematch? One more win, then we'll talk about that favor. Another match of high or low? Come now, little honeybee. We all need our diversions.
Oh, shit. Here we go again. Ooh, you've got a 4 and a 6. That's already 10. I've got a 5. I'm gonna call... I'm saying low. Staying low. That's an 11. Hey!
Well, well, would you look at that? I think you've got a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations. Victory is yours, as is the prize I promised.
Yes, Wolfie.
Come whisper in my ear then, and don't be shy. Tell old Tista what she can do for you.
Still zoned out a bit, but...
That's all? How delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge is what you want, then that is what you shall have. In my humble estimation, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Varthry was born with the power to command them, which means no Yulmoran need ever raise a weapon in defense of the city. Was that the kind of thing you wished to know? If your itch still needs scratching, you might get a few words out of Atharn over there. There's naught that merry sot likes more than the sound of his own voice.
Want me to send you the song I mentioned? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What's that? New to you more, you say? Only just arrived and already you're looking to peel away the layers of mystery. Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I'll tell you what. You hop up on stage and give us a dance first, and then we can have our little talk. Sure. If only I was the dancer class, this would be so appropriate. Dance away, dance like there's no tomorrow. Leave it all on the dance floor. Woo! Now that was a show. You're welcome to clamber up on stage anytime you like. So, what was it you wanted to ask me? Ah, yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Yulmoran army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievous losses in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us, around 20 years ago now, when the old ruler's son came to power. He's got this way with the Eaters, you see, turns them docile as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they've become something of an ally to Yulmor, no longer an enemy to be feared.
And yet elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting their losing battles. A toast to Lord Vothry. You've gained a preliminary sense of the city. The Chais and Alphino will be expecting your return. The stage, it calls to me. One cannot rush good art, I'm told. Or good artists, apparently. Ah, finally. You can, in fact, get one of those poles for your house if you have one. Alphino, my boy, looking snazzy. I've put together an ensemble out of the garments you chose. Is this satisfactory? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly. The lad is an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we called him here. Well, I'd not. That is to say, as long as you... Just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know who'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Ding, 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 ding. Lady Chai has a very particular sense of beauty, and apparently that extends to how I should dress whilst painting. But this obsession of hers works in our favor. The time I spend indulging these distractions is time you can use to continue your explorations. For this excursion, I'd like you to delve into the lair below us and sniff about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. I mean, shit, I guess so, Alphino. Running around at the speed of fast. Yeah, as much as I do like this outfit, I gotta go with the classics. I gotta go with the classic. This fit just works too well. I will cycle between them. But, like, this fit just goes way too hard. Go further down. Can I just jump from here? Yup! Ow, my legs! Weeping Warbler. Why do you weep?
You're one of the bonded, aren't you? Like me. Please, I need your help. My throat... I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's just not getting any better. If my patron thinks I'm of no use to him, then I need you to sneak out to the derelict and describe my condition to Thoric. Here's a list of symptoms and a hunk of meal to pay for his medicines. Please, I have no one else to turn to.
I mean, shit, man. I guess I can do that. It is a really good one. It is, though. Like, it just goes so hard. Running around at the speed of fast. Meow. You need medicines, tonics, potions? Here's this thing and here's this thing.
A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out, excised, and even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird. Will they kick her from the nest, I wonder? Or simply silence her chirps? Oh, your face. You didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurled from the balconies, but the rest? Gone. A town of nightmares it is, not for this ship's rat. Oh, no. I am content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the table. This consultation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my meal. Good day.
They just gotta be dicks about it, don't they?
Did you get my medicine?
I'm really sorry.
So that's it? What am I to do if I can't sing?
Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is still not on the mend.
Oh, generous sir, have mercy. I've done all I can, but even the apothecary said...
So you've been suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I hadn't realized your affliction was this grave. But you needn't fret. I'll not reward your hours of trilling by casting you out into the street.
You are too kind, sir. But what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure.
Then I shall have a word with Lord Valkyrie, and arrange for your ascension. In that paradise where resides neither pain nor illness will your song ring out clearly once again. Or mayhap you think it a step too far?
No, You would do that for me?
Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. I don't like the sound of this. Sounds too good to be true.
Ah, you must be a new arrival to harbor such doubts. Allow me to allay your suspicions. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them unto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothry that we learned this truth. It is through Lord Vothry's grace that the free people of Yulmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy.
Lord Vothry truly is a great man, isn't he?
Now, if you will excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary.
I don't like this. I don't like this place. I don't like Lord Vothry. You haven't met him, he's probably cool. Don't you even, Nijaki, don't you fucking... I know what you're doing, I knows how you is. I was right about Asahi, I'll be right again. Can I attune to the Aetheryte yet? No? Okay.
Tis good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I've begun sketching an outline for the portrait, but... nay, the Chais appear otherwise occupied. Will you share what your investigations have gleaned thus far?
I'm trying to speak up for a good and kind leader of this great nation, and you doubt me. I see how it is. Yeah, good and kind. That's definitely what I would say. Yep, nothing suspicious about this entire place.
So, Lord Vothry boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, then where do they go?
What's so fear? What if the Lord was me the whole time? Well, if it's you, Hug, you killed the cute dragon girl and I gotta kill you now. I take my eye off you for one moment and you're chattering away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done, then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering! Explain yourself, Alfino! Where is your artistic interpretation? It should evoke images of affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty!
Lord Chai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. Yours being a joyous union, it seemed to me that a realistic portrayal...
Realistic? I don't want realism, I want perfection! A spectacle to slacken jaws and weaken knees, to make people cry out in amazement! Now, fetch a blank canvas and...
Huh? I say, did that come from above?
Oh no, it's the Clussy fever.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful.
And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is part of the Emergent, the level above us where Lord Vothry resides. Ordinarily, you would be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The Crown Lift will take you up there.
We had better not dawdle then.
They found me. It's true, they have a Warrior of Light seeking bakery. Joining the crowd up there?
Yes.
That's him. That's Vothry.
Jesus Christ. He's like 6 people.
He's attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Sorry, what were you saying, Alphino? I was mesmerized.
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vothry, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society! To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. That he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Yulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether. So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
I'ma kill him!
It's true that Kaishia won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out, I could almost accept. But to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Damn, my boy Alfino grew some balls.
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
Just let me kill him. Just let me kill him. Alfino, hold me back.
Paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could.
Damn, Alfino, bars! Feels the aura! That's my fucking boy right there!
Can you walk?
I think so.
Did that little worm just insult me?
Is that really how long it took you to process that, boy?
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all!
Oh no, he's a fortuner.
Torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
That's what we call 4chan users, by the way. Sir, why is one of your breasts a face? Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again, though it is probably best we leave the island altogether. I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find few allies in Calusia. I will accompany you back to the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Okay, but like, I really want to kill that guy. Taishir, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risks inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would be made to pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you still stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vothri wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I'm certain we can find work for you there if you are willing. No. That would just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. But you must promise you'll be careful. The Ilmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphino! Umst. Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you!
I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphino. Now, I've had many a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Vorthree and vouch for your character. I'm sure we can smooth over any hard feelings.
I am sorry, Lady Chai. There are more important matters to which I must attend.
More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest?
Pray press me no further. We are leaving. But I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind as to procure for me. One moment.
I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy, I insist. And I shall make arrangements so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit.
I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time we meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. I like her. I like her character. I was expecting her to be more stuck up and snobby, but she's actually just very sweet, and her husband's the dick. Sweet and kinda naive. I mean, yeah, but you can forgive naivete in a world as bleak as this. I feel like characters that display levels of naivete don't get nearly enough appreciation. Damn. Thank you, my friend, staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. Whilst not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the first are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vorthree and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. This is far from over. I can finish this quest real quick and then head back here. Wrong way. Ah, it is good to be back amongst friends. In such company, I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best that you visit Alice. Her familiarity with Orang will no doubt provide us invaluable insight. And besides, I know she is eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Sophia. Aw, look at you, you little softy. I think I'm good to go for at least another 30 minutes or so, and then I'll hop off for the night. Unfortunately, can't stream too late. All set? Then off to the unforgiving sands we go.
Orang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Orang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Orang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the light's unrelenting onslaught.
Ugh. No matter how many times I come here, the cold never fails to catch me. The sky may be as bright as in the scorching hours of day, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alice friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off. And I better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. God, I hate desert environments. Reminds me too much of home. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Orang, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. They built them big, didn't they? That's Kassar Sharl, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Orang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they say that it was once one of Norvrat's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Orang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mordsuk. Let's press on, shall we? Man, I can't wait till we fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! GX this shit and smash all the dimensions together. All the stars, I guess. Actually, no. That was only the stakes in Season 3. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 is what I'm thinking of. But that one sucks. Here we are. Mordsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, since you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Enjoyer, have you played any Triple Triad? I have! Not as much as I probably should, but I have played some of it. Mordsuk. Not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population's nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Nah. I'll just put those in the glam dresser. At some point. Not gonna lie, I haven't touched anything past GX in terms of the actual card game. What? No synchro enjoyment, Hug? You wound me. Synchros were like the last good summoning mechanic. Well, actually, no. I like GX and I like XC summoning too. Synchro was definitely the best mechanic, though. That's a kobold.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Sorry, I just want to play a silly card game. Everything after just made things way too overly complicated and unnecessary for my liking. I mean, fair, but also, like... At the very least, synchro summoning is not terribly hard. XC summoning is also straightforward. The main problem comes in just how many shenanigans you can pull off these days. It's why I don't play Master Duel anymore.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsuk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too. Many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsuk's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mords do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value.
Please tell me you've at least watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's, Hug. It's literally peak.
That is why they come here. Come from far away. Come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful.
Let's go!
Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, If you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
The cracking of the coin purse. You buy one thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Maud says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Oh dear God.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots so smooth and shiny.
Over here!
Come and knock.
You buy, you buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
Yeah, Gengen is pretty fun. Honestly, all the characters I've met so far have been fun in one way or another. Please let me attune to Aetheryte, please? Alright, I already did. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Okay. Meat. Skewers. Worms. Bread. I'll take the meat, thank you. That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights. We're gonna make a meat sandwich, otherwise known as a burger. I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. Silly customer, you cannot eat Ron, not even for a Vobert gold piece. I mean, listen, the option to interact with you was right there. I wasn't gonna not take it. Can I please take anything else? Can I take more meat? I don't want to take the worms. Everyone's favorite. Plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wriggler, you'll never want any other treat. They all look tasty, yes. Which to choose? Which to choose? The meat. The meat. Definitely. Definitely the meat. Yes, put some spice in your step. You won't feel the cold this night, and probably not the next one either. You have the gold? And done! One Vobertite honor buys you 10 sides of lizard meat. Meat. Gimme.
Gimme, 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 gimme! I don't have any meat tonight. I'm gonna have to stick with ramen. Every last mouthful.
What an appetite! What a belly! A new legend is born in Mordsook! Mordsook! I'm at Sook! Consider your coin press cracked. Almost mispronounced that. I'm pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns.
Why are you buying meat at the Souk store? Fuck you!
Go into the next aisle.
There's still Souk! Where are you right now? I'm at Souk!
I was watching from here, Sophia. You honored our custom, and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsook. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide.
I mean, I'm at Souk! What store are you in? I'm at the Souk store! You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you'll have on the morrow. Right. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsook. Oh, offering services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for. You just need to do the lifting and carrying. I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items. Table cactus, Thonton, iron ore, Tholtol, Nabatharing antiques, Milmeal. You, Milmeal. Okay, where boxes? Where are boxes? Let's see. Crates. Crates, crates, crates. Where be crates? There you are. Right, Mulmul. Table cactus. Where be cactus? Ah, found you. Ah, there you are. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Aye, that's the lot, all right. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. Sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Whomst? Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It's been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alice. I'm supposed to be taking him into your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention.
Wait, I know who you are. Alice has told me so much about you. You're Sophia, aren't you?
Yeah.
I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Alice quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Sophia's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble.
That would be great help. Thank you. Well, looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium.
Alice has been desperate to see you, Sophia, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside.
Alright. Your wall is coming home, Alice. Don't make me defend her, please.
All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I thought you might. Alice was always saying how much you... I mean, let's get going, shall we?
Alice sure has been talking me up. Wonder what that's all about. Come on! Alice, I'm finally home from the war. I actually am. I'm home from the war. I'll send you to your grave.
Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Alice was strong, but in her mind, she was never... now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions.
Alright, yeah, sure.
Whee!
Two. I'll run you through. Get holy spirited, nerd.
Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn.
Alice, why did you have to come to this area?
This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first let's head inside, shall we? Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alice arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers.
The afflicted?
You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alice who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone.
Is it making you miss all the snow and ice in Kurthus? Yes! Yes, it is! I want my winter wonderland back.
I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alice give you the full explanation.
I mean, shit, if you say so. Okay, quickly attune to the Aetheryte. I'm doing it, I'm Aetheryting. Okay. And that is gonna have to be where I call it for stream tonight. We are coming up on that 3-hour mark, and as much as I would love to keep going, I do have to be in at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So, not super early, but also can't stay up too much later. So, hopefully we'll pick this up again tomorrow. Like I said, I will try to watch the trailers. I will try to remember to do so. I will say, Nijaki, I would appreciate you sending me the trailers, or just posting them somewhere in the server if you wish. Just so I have easy access to them and don't forget. But either way, thank you all so much for watching, if indeed you have. Take care of yourselves and stay safe.